So your inner world is going to reflect your outer world. Now, when I say this is life is a mirror, so whatever you've got going on internally, whether it's chaos, whether it's gratitude, whether it's joyful plainness, whether it's anger, frustration, whatever spectrum we're going with, that's going to reflect into your outer world. Now, if you are not consciously aware of this, you'll be really battling with yourself to understand the results that you're actually getting. Because time and time again, a lot of us have no fucking clue or even any idea around what's actually going on around us when we're not self-aware. So to build on your self-awareness and to build yourself into a reputable human being, you need to have a core foundation of systems, strategies, processes, whatever you want to call them. And the big ones that I always go to are meditation, journaling, reading, and exercising. They are, I believe, the four that you should have down pat, because each one has its own pros, and each one has its own cons, obviously. But the pros always outweigh the cons when it comes to this stuff, because I do believe that we all have the answers within us, but you need to be able to shake things up and try new things and implement these tools. So meditation is such a great one to sit down and witness your thoughts. Now, it's not necessarily something that a lot of people think they can do, but you have to trial it and see how it goes. And if you aren't satisfied with that, getting yourself a journal and pen and writing down your thoughts in that can also help. And again, the third one there is obviously reading. Reading books is crucial for your own information and to see how other people do things. And obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube or listening on Spotify, clearly you are interested in how other people pursue their own life and curiosities and all that jazz. So making sure that you are reading. And then that fourth one is exercise. I know a lot of people don't want to do it. I don't necessarily love it, but it's one of those things that you need to do so you can release some of this anger, you can release some of the experiences that you may be having in your outer world. Because if you're not internally calm and you're clear and you're disciplined, your whole external life is just going to be out of whack and chaos. So getting those four down pat is crucial. Now, each situation in life is going to be different, and this is where these four tools are very, very handy. Because if you're having a difficult conversation per se, being able to center yourself and be aware of your breath is crucial. That's obviously one example, but another example is when you may be feeling anger or frustration towards a job that you may be doing. This is where exercise can be really, really crucial, because you can allow that anger and that frustration out in an activity that's in a safe environment, rather than losing your shit at the computer or at the person that you may be potentially dealing with. And the other thing that I'll just mention around when you are faced with a challenging situation or circumstance, write down all your thoughts, brain dump all that shit onto a piece of paper, because it just helps you get out all the absolute garbage that's going on in your head. And then you'll actually find you'll get to a point where you'll go, oh fuck, actually now I've got the solution to the problem. So really doubling down on the journaling stuff is huge. But as I said, each situation is going to be different, and it's up to you to have the tools in place so you can manage them. Or else when shit hits the fan and it gets hard, it will get really fucking hard, and it will go on for days and days and days. And when problems arise, it's important that you nip it in the butt there, give it time, process all the information, and then get after it. Because when there's a problem that goes on for days and weeks and months, that's when it can be a real fucking battle and stressor on your physical and mental health. So looking at the problems and the situations that you come into contact with, and really really building out a system for yourself that can dive into that. And I'll use myself as an example here. Whenever I see a problem, I get very fucking excited. It's not necessarily something that I used to do, but now I'm starting to realize when there is pain, you need to reflect, because there's going to be a lot of progress there. And as I said, when it comes to a problem, there is always a solution, and that is up to you to work out. It's up to you to take in all the relevant information, sit back for a bit, take your time, and then get after it. So that's a really big thing. And the other point I want to make here is, this week I had a couple of days where I was very feeling lethargic. I was run down. I just wasn't sleeping well. I had a bit going on in my life. And one of the other tools that I haven't mentioned, which I'm about to mention now, is just getting out in nature. I've always done it, but I didn't realize how profound nature actually is and how much it actually helps you just reset your nervous system. Now, I'm not one who knows a lot about the nervous system, but I know what works for me. And I'll tell you what, taking your shoes off, socks off, getting out in the bush for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, no phone, nothing, will fucking clear you up massively. So if you are going through a bit of a challenging time right now and you haven't implemented any of the 4 tools that I've spoken about, start with them. If not, this weekend, go and drive to nature, go and get in the ocean, go and do something that's around fucking gardens or trees, because trust me, it really does fucking rejuvenate you. And as I said, I had a rough week last week and I've absolutely hit the Monday ground fucking running. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it's phenomenal. So take that time for yourself so you can reset, you can recharge, and then you can get straight into it, which is a no-brainer. The last thing I'll leave you with, guys, is obviously if you are in a situation at the moment and you're feeling stuck, you can't really get around it, you don't know what to do, one, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be able to help you. I'll be able to guide you in the right direction. 2, clearly you are looking for more out of life. You are looking to expand. It's not easy, I will admit that, but it's also one of the best things that you can do is grow through your life experiences and grow through life in general. So if there's something that you have had on your mind recently where you potentially want to go overseas, you want to end a relationship, you want to change jobs, you want to start a business, this is your reminder. Life is too short, and life is too short to be doing the exact same shit that you've been doing for 5, 6 years. Now is your time to make a change. Now is your time to step up and take ownership of your life, because when you do that, things start to change, and they start to change for you and not to you. So hopefully this helps, guys. Obviously, again, this is in newsletter form, so feel free to subscribe to the newsletter in the description below. If you found value, share it with a friend. But again, guys, I really appreciate you listening to this. And if you need absolutely anything, feel free to reach out to me. Have a great start to the week.